every day and I don't have an image of where I'm going, I don't have an outline or a plan for my day, then any direction I go in is going to get me somewhere. It's not going to get me where I want to go, but see, I don't know where I'm going because I don't have a mental image or picture of where it is that I'm headed. But if I wake up every day and I look at my vision board, which says corporate and executive trainings, of which I have crushed this year in implementing my program and process in over 40 corporations across the US, that is because every single day I welcomed that into my world.
Ooh, well, that is the host of Creating the Vision podcast. Amazing. She's a Miss Kentucky title holder who went on to become a Chief Empowerment Officer and creator of the Executive Vision Imagery Program.
And with Mother's Day around the corner, Maria Maldonado Smith is here to remind and inspire moms to set goals and create their vision.
Yes.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me.
I think you just answered why it's so important, because look at how far you've come. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've done amazing things. Let's talk about vision imagery and what originally led you to that.
Yeah. Honestly, this has been something probably since I was 8 years old that I've been doing. A teacher introduced this idea to us of write down our goals. And so I transferred that onto my 3 goals onto a Post-it note. It hung on my mirror till I was a senior in high school, about to go to college. I've accomplished 2 of those 3 goals so far, which one was to graduate college, one was to be Miss Kentucky. The third I have crossed off of my list because I have no intention of becoming a United States Senator. So not at all.
I like that you go back and you cross things off.
Cross it off. Yes,
Very good.
absolutely. Yes.
Okay, so I like that your focus is on moms. Explain why it's so important. You did just a little bit briefly here, but in your own words, why is it important for all moms to create their own vision?
We don't lose ourselves just because we become moms. And listen, there are seasons of our life when we do feel that we are tethered or tied to just our motherhood journey, and it becomes an integral piece of our identity. But in creating out the vision for your life, you're really asking yourself, what do you want? What do you want? And that's not being selfish. I mean, it is being selfish, but you need that. And I'm a firm believer that in order to be selfless, we have to be selfish. We have to look at the things that we want in our life and say, this is what I am working towards achieving. And then you are better for others because of it.
Yes, yes. And I do think if you're happier in your own life and have something, then the people around you are going to be happier, including your kids. Yes. At least that's what I tell myself.
Exactly. And when they see you celebrating that, they see you being happy, they see you going after your dreams, and it motivates them. And kids learn by those examples.
Yeah,
so true.
I agree. Okay, so let's say we want to create our vision board. What is the process? What are the questions we need to ask ourselves?
I would say get started with, if you've never made a vision board, if you've never even thought about asking yourself certain questions, ask yourself these. What is it that I want? What do I want? How often do we not ask ourselves that? Just basic, simple question. Who do I want to become? What is the type of person I'm trying to become? What is it I want to create in my life? What am I seeking to create or build? And then build out your action plan. You know, the workbook is a great tool and resource because it guides you through the process. And then you go and find the images that support those goals. So often we do this in reverse. We sit down with friends, we just flip through magazines, and we kind of start just seeing images that come to us. This actually challenges you to create what it is you really want and then seek out the images to support it. And there's so much neuroscience in this as well that tells us when we do that, we're actually rewiring our brain to see those images out in the universe.
So true. And you know, I do want to touch on your workbook because you give so many tips and tricks on how to do this successfully. But let's say you are feeling a little, daunted by the fact that your vision hasn't come true. How do you battle that emotion?
Grace, a lot of grace, and it's very real. It's a very real emotion. There are goals on my vision board that have not come to fruition yet, that I'm still working towards. So I remind myself of how far I've come. One thing that we talk about in the workbook is celebrating small wins, making sure that you are taking a full stock in how far you actually have come, because so often we're so forward focused, we're not taking the time to say, but wait, 3 weeks ago, I was there, and now I'm here, and I accomplished all of these things along the way. And then also just daily reminders. look yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself you love yourself, you trust yourself, you've got this. You know, if you need to, write it on a Post-it note, stick it on your mirror. Those daily affirmations and reminders are incredibly empowering. And they're really good for your kids too. My kids have those as well on their mirrors. And I change them up from, from ever so often. But it's just things that, like, they're talented, they're smart, they're energetic, they're funny, they're fun. Things that remind them daily, because it's incredibly powerful. And our mind goes to work for us in such a positive way. It really helps us to convince us of what we want it to tell us every day. So if we wake up every day and we're like, I am amazing, I'm smart, I can do this, I'm going to create this vision for my life, and I am going to see it happen, our mind is going to work to help us.
I heard something that said that your brain doesn't understand comedy. So even if you make fun of yourself, it takes that as a negative, even if it's not. Even if you're, joking. I know, isn't that weird?
That's really,
I don't know if it's true. Don't take my word for it. I'm no scientist, but I thought it was an interesting idea. Okay, let's look at the vision boards you brought and kind of point out what these mean to you.
Yeah. Right. Well, and actually some of these are boards that I have made. These are all boards that were personal to me, things that I wanted to do. You saw in the segment earlier about the corporate training. So this was my board from a couple years ago, and I put executive and corporate trainings on there because I was really highly focused and hyper-focused on going into corporations and sharing this message of people in leadership development through this process, like seeing your dreams through to fruition by creating that visual roadmap. So I put that on there, and every day I worked diligently, and I worked with over 40 companies. I had like 122 Zoom sessions. I was in person for about 15 to 17 organizations, and just had a blast, learning through my own process as well, and seeing my board come to life. And so I think this is one from several years ago. This is one from recently, and then I've attached some images down at the bottom just to get moms thinking about whether it's just a workout routine, whether it is engaging more with friends because they're a mom now, so they have negated their social life.
Yes.
All of those can become goals that you put on your board.
Love it.
Thank you
Great
so
advice.
much. Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
is
Thank
great.
you. All right, check out her workbook, Creating a Vision Board. Her name is Maria Maldonado Smith, and it's available on Amazon.